Let's return now to our top story and get an inside view of how state television in Syria is currently covering the crisis. Hani Al Malathi is a former news presenter for Syrian state television who quit the channel in protest last August. He joins us live from Dubai, and we're going to speak to him via a translator. Thank you very much for speaking to us. First of all, tell us why you resigned from your post at the state television in Syria last year.
It was clear from the beginning that the one-sided state media must fail. We demanded from the very first beginning of the unfortunate incident. We called on all the officials to allow the mass media to freely move within Syria and cover objectively the incidents taking place in Syria. We also called for listening to different opinions, including those towards the state media. It is not reasonable or logic that throughout 1 year, more than 1,000 artists, authors, analysts, they were rotating, praising the regime and satirically criticizing the others, without any single guest who is speaking for moments or criticizing a single act of the officials or the regime. Also, we used to allocate daily reports to refute and reject the other mass media, refuting the reports and satirically criticizing them. We did not produce any single report to diagnose the crisis or the necessity to resolve this crisis and the possibilities to resolve it.
Now, Hani, I understand, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just want you to tell us more about your experience, because I understand that you used to travel with President Assad on his official visits. You used to cover his visit. Give us the behind-the-scenes, dealings. What happened during those visits? Did you feel under pressure at all at any time?
Please allow me to be realistic. President Bashar Al-Assad, before March 15, 2011, had a great grassroots support in Syria. It is simply what has changed and how the regime dealt with the crisis later, starting from the tragedy of Daraa and other provinces. We tried to express as media personnel, and I myself used to work according to my own beliefs and convictions, without any contradiction to the ethical or professional principles. We should not mislead viewers or adopt any misleading or malicious reports. Now, the entire trend and narration is politicized, and above all, we must respect the noble blood of the martyrs and their sacrifices. We must also respect the minds of the viewers. And in the very first months, we used to take a balanced position, and after that, this balanced position was not acceptable to the regime or the people rallying in the street. Tension mounted, and the regime was not responding to the amount of sacrifice. Therefore, a few months later, namely in August 2011, it was necessary for me to take a clear position to express my resentment and displeasure. That's why I left.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That's Syrian journalist Hani Al Malathi joining us there live from Dubai.